If you're looking for Broadway's biggest stars and shows, you have come to the right place. It's The Broadway Show. I'm Tamsen Fadal. Welcome. Golden Globe winner Tracee Ellis Ross makes her Broadway debut in the Tony-nominated play Every Brilliant Thing. It's a solo show that previously starred Mariska Hargitay and Daniel Radcliffe.
I think theater is a shared experience anyway, but this collaboration that happens with the audience and the fact that this story can't be told without them just felt magic to me and felt so Tracy. It's kind of the way I tell a story. Sort of moments you're in it, then you're telling it, then you're commenting on it, then you're pulling. It's like all the pieces are there. So it feels like flying with my feet on the ground. And it's also one of those things that's like challenging and frightening and extraordinary. It's like you're stepping into the legacy of what Broadway is. You're stepping into the greatness of that. I think the biggest and most delicious surprise about this is them, is the Broadway community. It makes me want to cry. They don't let you fall.
Tracy is just a magic powerhouse of warmth and generosity, and she envelops you in a sort of hug through the show that is just so her. She's brought all sorts of new bits and pieces into the script. We always encourage performers to alter things to make it suit who they are and where they're from and their life, and she's done that so brilliantly. So it's so hers, and it's such a pleasure to step back and just watch her make it completely her own thing.
You know, I think the thing about joy is that it has legs and it has depth to it and space to it. It's not happiness. It's very different. Joy can hold heartbreak. Joy can hold difficulty, and joy can hold darkness. But the container is the joy.
Follow my stride, just follow my stride.
Now get ready to fall in love with New York City all over again. Let's talk Two Strangers Carry a Cake Across New York. I caught up with one of the stars of Two Strangers, Sam Tutty. How's it been with the show and being in New York these last 6 months?
It's so surreal, especially from my perspective of doing this show in London, but now doing it in New York, it just really feels like, it sounds a bit cringy, but it does feel like the show's like home. Yeah. Now, the reaction from the audience, you can tell it's tourists who love the city or New Yorkers who love the city. And because the story's amazing, it's because from Robin's perspective, Christiane Pitz's character Robin, she really represents the New Yorker. But within that is like the realisms and the sort of obstacles that New York presents, you know, whether it's rent or prices and just whatever. And then there's my character Dougal, who just reveres the city. And so there's like the best of both worlds coming into it, yeah.
Now, did you learn all of these problems? Like, do you agree with some of them
100%, 100%. I now only now do I understand the script completely. Do you know what I mean? Because Kit Buchan, our writer, has written so many jokes that during my time in London did not know were meant to be funny. And the only sort of resident New Yorkers could laugh at. And then we did our first dress run way back when, last year, and it just, there were laughs where I was happy to just blitz through the scripts, but they would laugh. I was like, oh my gosh, and I just fully felt finally connected.
So what are some of the ones that you have experienced firsthand? You have to be.
The one specifically that comes to mind is, oh, but you're from New York, so you probably got the Statue of Liberty all the time. And it's just like, obviously, when I think about it for more than 1 second, if that was about London, London, you're from London, you got the Big Ben all the time. It's like, no, and I just think, and when I finally heard the laughter, then the rest of my brain was just like sniffing out like the rest of those jokes, you know, and it was just incredible.
I love that. You're like, now I get it.
Yeah, and it was just really an odd experience because I'd been with the show for such a long time, like, you know, a year basically. From then I'd been involved with the production. And so it was just so weird, like something that I thought I once knew really well. It's just this whole other side that America and New York and New Yorkers have allowed me to see. So I'm very grateful.
I love that. New Yorkers will let you know too, right?
Oh, they will. They do. They do. Good and bad. No, they love it. They love it. They really do. It's a real love letter to New York, this show. We're really proud of it, yeah.
Yeah, for somebody who has not seen the show, can you sum it up for me?
Yeah, it's essentially about two unlikely strangers. Dougal is flying to America to see his estranged father, and he's met at the airport by the sister of the bride. So these two people come into contact with one another, and it's a sort of a story over 2 days about how they change each other's lives in a very unlikely, unorthodox way, very unexpected, and it's very funny, it's very sad. There's a lot of beautiful moments where we really love to just move the audience into what you think you're getting is not that at all. So it really is, as for an actor specifically, it's just such an amazing role because you just do everything in the show. It's fantastic.
Let's talk about what Broadway means to you.
I think I love the community of Broadway. That's the thing that I've really learned, and the things, because there's so many things outside of the show that we all, as actors and performers on Broadway, have to do. And it's those people that understand the lifestyle you have to live and the anxieties we feel. So when someone comes to me and goes, oh, I'm in this show, and they're doing the same social thing as me, I immediately know what they've had to do in the morning or what they've had to say no to, or, you know what I mean, things that really we're sort of running parallel to each other. So there's that level of camaraderie that I'm really, really, really excited to sort of explore more.
Broadway stays as gold as ever. The Outsiders, the Tony Award-winning Best Musical, is like nothing you've seen before. Let's go ahead and send it out to Paul Wontorek.
That's right, Tamsen. In The Outsiders, the tension between the Greasers and the Socs culminates in an explosive onstage rumble. We headed into the rehearsal room to find out how the creative team pulled off this theatrical wonder. The Outsiders. Love this story. The number one thing that I knew going into The Outsiders that there would be a rumble.
Yes.
There has to be a rumble.
Yeah.
These kids fight. And I really wanted to dig into it with you about how you went about creating this moment. Obviously, we have seen rumbles on Broadway. There's a very famous rumble in West Side Story. This rumble, very different. So talk a little bit about how you approached the challenge of that.
Yes, so the script of our musical has amazing stage directions because Adam Rapp wrote them. And the stage direction of the rumble is one of the most visceral, clear, powerful stage directions I've read. And it's violence and it's tenderness and all of these things, and also the elemental nature. In his stage direction, it says it's raining, they get muddy. When I came onto the project, I was like, who's the right people to work on with this? And during the pandemic, I had met Rick and Jeff Cooperman. And I'd seen their work, and I remember when I saw their work before, I felt that it was sensual. And not just in like a sexual kind of way, but it mean that it evoked all the senses. And I wanted whoever did the violence to also do all the choreography so that the physical language could be one language. So you don't feel like, oh, they're dancing, now they're fighting. It's all the way the kids move through the piece.
What is it like actually building it in the rehearsal room and achieving all of this sensual energy you talk about?
The rumble began, 2 years ago in our first lab. We knew that's something we wanted to start doing our research on. So one of the central pieces of the rumble was cracked then. And so we've been building on it ever since. We were able to do tests at a studio with rain and our dirt floor and the bodies to see how does it change when everybody gets wet. Something else that we think about a lot in the rumble is choreographing moments where the performers can check in with each other that the audience would never see, or that looks like violence, where they can just look at each other and say, are you okay? Are you good? Okay, cool. Or moments to breathe inside of it. And I think that keeps it really connected, and therefore the experience for the audience is really connected. And I think because we've spent so much time researching it, it feels like one of the things we know how to execute the best in the show. But it's fun, it's cool, and then it is harrowing to watch even in a rehearsal studio with full lights. It's very impactful.
1, 2, look, 3, 4, 5, land, 6, punch 7, and hold that.
For the characters on stage, it is a life or death moment.
Yeah.
What do you want audiences to feel?
I'm sure it will bring up different things for different people, but it does create emotions. The whole show does, and especially this. The rumble is real, but the whole piece is being told from Ponyboy's perspective. It's a memory play. He's remembering it. So there's aspects of the rumble that go into quite like a nightmarish place. What you see in the rehearsal room is the building blocks, but when you come to the theater, there's fire, real fire. There's smoke, there's rain, there's mud. Bodies really doing this incredible virtuosic physical act in front of you. So there actually is not anything else like it. And I do think it needs to be witnessed, and you'll be close to it. It won't be like seeing something on a screen. It will be deeply felt.
5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8.
The Broadway Show is back in just a sec. Welcome back to the Broadway Show. I'm Tamsen Fadal, so let's get back to it. The Jazz Age, alive and well on Broadway, The Great Gatsby has it all. Bootleggers, flappers, tappers, incredible costumes, and much more. Here's Beth Stevens with another edition of Building Broadway for us.
When people think of the 1920s, I think that most people think of a flapper, and they think of a very specific silhouette.
Yes.
Were you adhering to that?
We have some of those. We have definitely the fringe skirts. Some of the things about the 20s that we think about the classic silhouette is the slim hips with the flat chest, and humans are not all built with those proportions. So just celebrating everyone's shape and saying, you know what, I know in the 20s we did the drop waist and that particular silhouette, but let's cheat. Let's give everyone a snatch waist, and let's make sure that everyone can do a big kick so that we can accommodate this amazing choreography as well. So we do all these cheats. I call it cheater 20s. Like we're doing 20s, but we're cheating in every way that I feel is necessary.
Tell me how you had your costumes integrate with the choreography and with the direction.
So seeing, for instance, there's a number called Shady, and they're dancing in trench coats. And to accommodate this idea with the swinging coats, I was thinking of bats, quite frankly. Sometimes I use flowers or animals or jewels or whatever as sources of inspiration. And so each of those trench coats are able to spread in complete circle.
And you also designed the headpieces, which have a very specific Art Deco feel.
Yes. Headpieces I've learned from various shows in the past, they have to be lightweight and they have to be secure. They're gorgeous and completely unpractical for dancing. So
right.
Those are the things that I got to put everything that I've ever wanted in a big, crazy 1920s party on stage.
The other thing people think about when they think about Gatsby is the word opulence. And it sounds like with over 300 costumes for a relatively small company, you got to go all out. Did that feel great for you?
It does. I mean, you don't get a lot of opportunities to do a giant period musical with seemingly endless resources and just sort of design the dream. So
I mean, Daisy alone has, I think, 10 costume changes.
Yes.
That's a lot.
We definitely wanted her to be a fashion show. Every time she comes on, it should be something different. It should be something floaty. Everything should move. Everything should just look like a dream, like Gatsby's dream.
Here's an exclusive musical performance from the Broadway.com studio.
I've done it all for her, put up each wall for her. All the plans I laid, all the options weighed, every price I paid for her. I went to war for her, braved foreign shore for her, bottled up the guilt, then I went full tilt, rivaled Vanderbilt for her. Daisy, you fight and return, only to learn that you have lost her. Daisy, my waiting is through. If you bring her to me, I'll be indebted to you. I have come so far for her, the finest caviar for her. Everything I own, every party thrown, all the nights alone for her. Daisy, she slipped through my hands understands how she has changed me. Daisy, I need one more chance. If you bring her to me, I will know at a glance. Do this good turn for me, and I can guarantee when all is done, I'll be forever in your debt. This time I won't let go. Help me to make it so. Try as one might, you know that there is no forgetting her.
The Book of Mormon is one of the longest-running Broadway musicals of all time, and after all these years, the 9-time Tony winner is just as hilarious as ever. Here's Perry Sook with more.
We are here inside the Eugene O'Neill Theater pre-show, so a lot going on, but I am so happy to be talking to the supervising associate director worldwide, Jen Werner. Jen, it's a busy time because 15.
Yes.
15 years, guys, 15 years. I'm feeling a little old. Would you ever have imagined whenever you started working on the show that we'd be here celebrating 15 years?
No idea at all. You just never know with any show what the kind of life or run it's going to have or the response is going to be. There's no guarantees. So we've really been so surprised and happily surprised by how long this show has been around and how many productions we've had worldwide.
Worldwide. That's a big term. We're here at the Broadway Theater, obviously right now, but national tours, international tours, productions in the UK. How do you do it all?
I have an amazing support system. My husband, I have 3 kids and 4 productions right now of the Book of Mormon worldwide. We have one in Australia, we have one on the West End, and we have the North American tour, and right here on Broadway.
How much has it changed from the initial workshop to now 4 worldwide productions?
Well, you do your normal process in previews before it opens on Broadway, and it changes quite a bit as the writers are making changes during that initial period. And then when we came back from the pandemic, we did a lot of rewriting.
Really?
Yes, we did about 7 weeks of rewrites with a lot of input from our cast and our alumni cast. And then even we have little tiny tweaks here and there. Even now, yeah.
So what is the day-to-day? Is it thinking about those tweaks, installing those tweaks, something I haven't even thought of? What is the day-to-day with a title like that?
So my day-to-day is I'm in charge of all of the creative content of the Book of Mormon worldwide. So when I go on the rounds, I'll usually check in with the actors that I've given notes to and do some follow-up notes, or they have questions for me or things that they want me to look at. I also we'll check in with the stage management office and things that we've been touching base on. Fantastic. The sound team, the wardrobe team, and other people in the building. Hello!
Hey!
How's it going?
Good.
Everyone loves to get notes. I just have like 2 quick things.
Okay.
One is what you're doing tomorrow night.
Oh, geez.
So you'll be introducing.
What? You're gonna have to memorize all that.
After Brett's solo. Oh, you got this!
So I'm introduced. Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And they'll be coming out stage left 1. Cool?
Yeah. Okay, very cool, actually.
Very cool, right? And
Yeah.
then, so we're just going back to normal bows, all
Okay.
of that. And then I think when they come out, just kind of go a little stage right, the 3 of you.
Okay.
To create a little space.
With that, the celebrations I've seen listed for the 15-year anniversary, endless, all the originals coming back. What's on your plate for this big, massive 15-year celebration?
I find that with the Book of Mormon, I'm in a unique position that I actually know everybody. And I've worked with everybody, so I'm really thrilled to see people that I haven't seen in years who have been off on new adventures, and I've been cheering them on in all of their new endeavors and just making sure that we're all having a great time and just being with everyone. We all just love each other so much.
Is there a moment during this 15 years that you go, this show's got the legs, it's gonna go the distance, it's gonna be here 15 years later?
I think we knew when we opened Broadway that with just the response from the audience, and it wasn't just one type of person. It was literally across the board. It doesn't matter who you are. You come in, you have an amazing time, amazing night of theater. The music is amazing. The choreography is amazing. The performances are amazing. It's just everything you want from a Broadway show.
That's going to do it for us, but for tickets and more exclusive content, head over to Broadway.com. And be sure to check out The Broadway Show Uncut, wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Tamsen Fadal, and this is The Broadway Show.